Hey there, it's Stephanie Shea, Chief Astrologer for janspiller.com with your March 2021 astrological overview. I'm feeling pretty good about March's astrology because we have a lot going for us this month, especially if we finally want to get some new projects off the ground. We finished Mercury retrograde in February, and on March the 13th, we finally clear the shadow of that retrograde cycle just in time for March's new moon on February 13th. So the timing is really, really good as far as reinforcing intentions that were set maybe in February at the new moon when there was Mercury retrograde. It can always be helpful to go back and review those intentions, revise them. Some of them may not feel like worth pursuing for you at this point, or you may have adjusted your vision. So this is a key new moon. It's a Pisces new moon on March the 13th at 23 degrees of Pisces. And I feel that it's got this dreamy feel to it because around the same time the planet Venus will be conjunct the planet Neptune in the sign of Pisces. Both Venus and Neptune want to connect us with our creativity, with our dreams, our visions, our idealism for the future, what beauty can be created. This isn't a time to focus on everything that could or maybe going wrong. It's a time to dream big and to bring your creativity to the table, especially any of you Pisces out there or other creative signs that are artists and really looking to contribute. And if you felt creatively or artistically blocked, this is an amazing month to break through that, and you might feel quite inspired. Now, the sun will be shining in Pisces through the 20th. And if anyone out there is Taurus rising, check out the janspiller.com website. Scroll down to the bottom where it says Find Your Granddaddy Power Period. This is a free feature on our site. If you've read Jan's book, New Moon Astrology, you have read about this special intention setting time that only happens once a year when the sun is traveling through the 11th house of your birth chart. If you're new to astrology and all that sounds a little bit confusing, not to worry. You can just go to janspiller.com, scroll down, click on Granddaddy Power Period, and fill out the form, and it will tell you the dates. And if you're a Taurus rising person, it's likely that your special intention setting time that Jan called the Granddaddy Power Period is coming up this month if it hasn't already started. So check that out. Now on March 21st, we've got the spring equinox up here in the northern hemisphere and the fall equinox for our friends down south. And the sun will be moving into Aries. That's all over the globe. The Aries sun is attached to this March equinox. That's how the Western astrology system works. We are following equinoxes and solstices and anchoring the signs accordingly so they don't move around the sky. So that's what's going on. It's the Astrological New Year. We're heralding the first sign of the zodiac, sun moving into Aries. So you can think of this as just as powerful as the new year, if not more so than the calendar year, January 1st. So we've just, had that new moon on March 13th. We've cleared the shadow of Mercury retrograde. Here comes the equinox. You can see there'll probably be a burst of energy. And the day after that equinox, the planet Venus moves into Aries on the 22nd of March. So I think this is going to give people a big boost. Venus is a planet ruling both love and money. People may be feeling extra optimistic and ambitious regarding one or both of those areas of life. So I think we'll be feeling pretty strong and in our power. Aries is a lot about individual power. Now, the other thing I liked when I looked at March is that all of the outer planets are moving forward. We are fairly retrograde free. It's pretty exciting to see after spending so much of 2020 in retrograde. And the outer planets do go retrograde about 5 months out of the year. So this is not a big deal. We feel it all the time. But I do think it's kind of special to see a month where nothing is in retrograde. That's giving this extra boost as well. Now, we will still be under the influence of the Saturn-Uranus square. I talked about that in the February horoscopes. I'm also coming out with a video soon just on this topic because this is an aspect that's going to be in effect all of 2021. And it is really going to force us to find a middle ground between tradition and something completely new and different. And I think we can kind of feel those forces at work, whether it's here in the United States in our politics or in the globe on a bigger scale as far as what we're going to do, let's say about the environment, because Uranus is in the sign of Taurus, ruling the earth. That's up for some radical change. We've got to radically change some things we're doing, but yet we have these systems in place that are actually holding some things together. And so there's this push-pull of holding on to the past or completely redoing things. We're going to figure out how to find a compromise, I think, under this astrology this year. And actually the squares affect all the way through 2023, but it's most exact this year. So we've got that going on. Now we've got the full moon at the end of the month on March 28th. It's at 8 degrees Libra. This full moon also feels good to me. Libra energy is collaborative. It's about negotiation and compromise, working together. The full moon can often bring things to fruition that we've been working on. So efforts to bring people together, to create more peace and harmony. I'm seeing this positively. On the flip side, a Libra full moon can shine the spotlight on relationship issues. And sometimes people don't like what they see once they've kind of realized what's going on. But at least if that is the case for you, then you will know. And it's generally better to know than to not know. Information is power. So keep that in mind, Libra full moon, end of the month. There's just so much to work with, though, in March if you want to get going on your bigger picture dreams and goals. This is one of the best months of the year. So I hope you can make the most of the March 2021 astrology, and I will see you soon with your horoscope and other astrological information.